Toys and Game, Comic Book Collector, and Festu. Welcome to the top 10 highest CGC comic books sold on eBay, July 26th to August 1st. Coming number 10, we have X-Men issue number 1, CGC 3.5, off-white pages. First appearance of the X-Men team. As you're aware, the X-Men movie is coming soon. Probably not this year or next year, finally, but it's in pre-production. The asking price was $6,750, but it's actually sold for $6,650. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have an old label right here of 3.5, and then this book sold as high as $19,200. So that's a drop of $12,550. This is back in March of 2021, and then we have 3.5 right here. This is sold for $14,400 back in January 2022, and then let's do one more, and then 3.5 right here. So for $14,400 back in August 2021. Coming number 9, 1941 Marvel Tommy Comics, Captain America Comics, issue number 2, graded 0.5. Asking and sale price was $6,999.99. So let's go over the Heritage. I couldn't find one with a grade 0.5. I did see a 2.0 right here, and 2.0 sold for $4,080. This was back in April of 2025, and I did have a 1.5 right here. So for $2,160 November 2025. So that's actually pretty good though. I mean, for 0.5 zone for much higher than 1.5 and a 2.0 right here. Come number 8, Star Wars issue 107, grade CZ 9.8, signatures series. It got 9 signatures on them. Obviously, I got all the big names there. Fisher, Hamill, Ford, Prowse, Baker, and Daniel. Asking price was $7,995, but it's actually sold for $7,450. So let's take a look at this book right here. Okay, so issue 107. This one came out in 1986. So you can sell. And these all signed not at the same time though, different dates. So one was September 2009, that one October 2009. And then we have one on August 2012, and then we have one on April 2015, and then also one on January 2021. So that's really good though. I mean, considering 9 people touched this book and it's still graded in 9.8, that's unbelievable. Coming up 7, Amazing Fantasy 15, produced by Marvel Comics back in September 1962. Graded by CG as NG, no gray. It seemed like just the first page only there. Cream to off-white. Asking the sale price $7,500. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have an NG right here, Amazing Fantasy, and then this book. So I'm sorry, this page so as high as $7,800. Now each page is different, so we can't really compare one to another one. Off white to white pages, so $7,800. So that's a decrease of $300. This was back in May 2023, and then we have another one right here. So for $6,600 back in May 2024, and then we one sold for $6,300 back in November 2023, and then we have another one right here, and this is a little bit more beat up page right here. Covered as a Mary page, so for $4,800 back in September 2025. So a lot of these were within the last couple years though. Coming number 6, Amazing Spider-Man issue 2, grade CZ 8.0. First appearance on the Vulture. This one came in 1963 by Marvel Comics. The auction price was $9,000 with one bid. Congratulations to the buyer. So let's go over to Go Collect here. Go Collect right here. We have an 8.0 right here. And let's go across right here. This book sold as high as $15,075. So that's a decrease of $6,075. According to Go Collect, the fair market value $9,500. The buy got it for $9,000. 1 year average $8,770. And So let's go over here. And the one that sold for $15,075 was back in August of 2021 there. Cover number 5, The Amazing Spider-Man issue 1 to 25. It's missing 2 issues in that run though. Asking is I'm not quite sure what it's sold for though. This one I did not find out what it's sold for. So let's go over to this right here, and then so this is the one that was just sold on eBay, and you get issue number 1 that's rated 1.5 right here, and then number 2 0.5, and then this is 0.5 right here. So yeah, lots of so you got some graded book and some ungraded book. You got first one Green Goblin there, and Craven right here, and you got Daredevil. Yeah, this will be an instant collection. You don't have to buy each book individually. You can buy them all in one shot. So the sale did disclose that the mission issue 3 and mission issue 6 there. I'll go through these real quick here. Okay. Come number 4, we have Incredible Hulk issue 181. This one came in 1974. Grade season 9.4. White pages. Obviously, first appearance of Wolverine. The asking price is a little bit less than $11,000, but so for $10,530. So let's go over to GPA. Wait, we have 9.4 right here. This is the 2024 average, 2025 average, 12-month average, 9-day average, and then this was the one that was just sold on eBay. So definitely almost $1,000 higher, and then these. So it's more closer to the 2024 average right here. All right, so this book sold was high $22,800. So that's a decrease of $12,270. And over here, in 2026, 15 was reported. High 10,700. I'm sorry, and then low 7,930. Average 9,493. And then we have 22,800 was back in 2022, and 22,800 was also back in 2021 right here. Come number 3, Silver Surfer issue 4. This one came in 1969 by Marvel Comics, CG 9.6. First battle between Silver Surfer and 4. The asking price was $13,750, but that sold for $13,000. So let's go over to Go Collect. We have a 9.6 right here, and then right here, this is one that was just on eBay for $13,000. The high was $33,600. So that's a decrease of $20,600. And then according to Go Collect, fair market value $11,500. So the buy pay a little bit more, but hey, you know, buy what you love. So let's go over here. Right there you go. $33,600 was back in April of 2022. Coming number 2, Marvel Spotlight issue 5, grade season 9.4. This one came out by Marvel Comics back in 1972. First appearance of Ghost Rider, near mint, and the sad one to know that one you let you know there's only 6 and 9.8. Okay, so this one has the asking the sold price $16,500. So let's go over to Heritage. Okay, Heritage we have 9.4 right here. And then this book sold as high as $30,000. So that's a decrease of $13,500. This is back in January 2022. And then let's do one right here. The one sold for $25,200 back in June of 2021. And then let's do one more. We have one sold for $19,200 back in September 2021. Coming number 1, Amazing Fantasy 15, grade season 1.5. Buy now price $21,901.30. This is the first appearance of the Amazing Spider-Man, and the movie just came out this weekend. And I actually went to see the movie. I thought the movie was okay though. I mean, I thought the No Way Home was much better than the Brand New Day. But if you did watch the movie, comment below and let me know what you think. So let's go over to Heritage. Oh, wait, over Heritage we have 1.5 right here, and then this one so it's like 22,800. That's a decrease of $899. This is back in February 2021, and then let's do one more here. One sold for 21,840 back in June 2024. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.